Hello and welcome back to Bloom Tales. So this is the third part of our food preparation series. In the first part, we spoke about the best methods for cooking to make sure that we retain our nutrients. In the second part, we discussed about different tips and tricks that we can do to preserve the nutrients while cooking. In today's video, we will talk about the different methods in which we can enhance the nutrients which are already there in our food. Now this is something very important that we all need to know, because if you increase the amount of nutrients present in your body, then they help to meet the nutritional requirements that are there for all of us. So before we talk about the different methods, let's take a quick look at the advantages of increasing the nutritive value of our foods. First point, to meet the nutritional requirements of the body, to make proper selection and preparation of foods, to consume food in a balanced manner, to improve the flavor and texture of the food, to get variety, to help in menu planning, keeping in mind the nutrient content of the food, and to prevent any kind of deficiency diseases, and also to develop good food habits. So now that we know the importance of increasing the nutritive value of foods, let's discuss the different methods. So first method is germination or sprouting, a very traditional non-thermal way of improving the quantity of nutrients present in your food. Now when you germinate foods, what happens? Seeds or grains are soaked overnight, or let's say for 10 to 12 hours, and in the morning, because they've been absorbing water, they become soft and swollen, and then you can wrap it in a muslin cloth and leave it for sprouting. So when we do this entire process, it helps us in two major ways. First of all, it improves the digestibility of food, and second thing, it boosts the functional properties of the food. Now let's discuss in detail how this happens. So like I said, the first thing is that it improves the digestibility of the nutrients. Now this happens in three ways. First thing, the carbohydrates and proteins are broken down into smaller and more easily digestible forms. Second thing which happens is, because the grains and pulses have been absorbing water, they become soft, so they take less time for cooking and they are more easily digestible. The third very important factor is they reduce the activity of the anti-nutritional factors, so these nutrients become more easily absorbed by the body. Second point, it improves the nutrient content of the food. Vitamins and minerals become more when foods are germinated. For example, vitamin C becomes almost double in quantity, and vitamin C increases almost 10 times. There is 60 to 100% increase in niacin content. Iron, which is in a bound form, becomes more easily available. The second method of ensuring that you increase the nutritive content of your food is fermentation. So when we ferment food, not only does it increase the amount of nutrients already present in the food, it also changes the form of the nutrients which are there into more easily digestible forms. Now let's take a look at the advantages of fermentation. Like I was saying, it improves the digestibility of foods. The microorganisms which cause fermentation break down the proteins and carbohydrates into smaller parts, which of course become then easier to digest. Fermented foods, especially dairy foods, contain specific strains of bacteria that stimulate the health of your digestive tract. For example, milk is converted into the more easily digestible curd. During fermentation of cereals and foods like peas, beans, etc., the minerals like calcium, phosphorus and iron are changed into better quality ones. So these are then more easily absorbed by the body. Fermented foods become spongy and soft and are liked by children and adults. So we can say that they add variety to our diet. Fermented foods synthesize various complex vitamins such as vitamin C, vitamin B12 and riboflavin. Fermentation also helps to keep our guts in optimum health, as it contains beneficial probiotics. If you want to know more about the relation between gut and fermentation, please refer to my first video. The link will be given in the description box. A very good example is the fermented mixtures of dal and rice that are widely used in our country. in making of dosas, idlis, uttapam, etc. The third method is combination. So when you take different foods from different food groups, it is the easiest way of increasing the nutritive value of your food that you are consuming. So food energy is the concept that involves combining our foods together to increase their health benefits by maximizing the nutrient intake. So we can say that it is very important to eat a variety of food. So if you want to make your meal healthier, try eating whole grains, legumes, nuts and vegetables, fruits. So these are very great examples of food in the natural form that are rich in a combination of important minerals, vitamins, proteins, fiber, antioxidants and more. In Indian diets, cereals often form a major source of protein, but they lack the essential amino acid lysine. Similarly, pulses lack methionine, but if we combine these two, we get a better quality protein. Some of the Indian traditional dishes like khichdi, rice and dal or dal roti, puran poli, the idli sambar, upma sambar, tamarind rice, they are all excellent examples of such nutritionally beneficial food combination. The combination of a variety of foods ensures a better availability of nutrients, and it is another way to enhance maximum nutrients from a food. Supplementation. It means adding a certain food to an already existing dish. Cereal-based diets can be improved considerably by adding milk, pulses, vegetables. For example, instead of making plain rice, you can make vegetable pulao. Instead of making a plain puri or paratha, you can add methi, palak and make it more iron rich. You can make vegetable dalia, upma. So these are various examples of improving the nutrient quality by supplementation. Substitution, another method of ensuring that you increase the nutritive quantity of your foods. So what do is we take away a certain ingredient and we add something else which is more healthy, something which has more nutritive value. For example, when you're kneading your dough, instead of using water, you can add milk. It can, in your curries and soup, or even while kneading dough, you can add whey water or broth, anything. Another simple way of improving the calcium content of your diet is eating pan. So this method is called liming. So what do? We take a pan and we apply chuna to it, which is actually lime, which is an excellent source of calcium. So if you want to ensure calcium in your diet, eating pan is not a bad idea. The food that we eat is processed in some form or the other, which affects the nutrient quality. Thereby, it affects our health also. So if you introduce these nutrient enhancing techniques in your daily cooking, you will ensure that the nutrient availability is more and you stay healthier and happier. If you have been implementing these methods, very good. If not, then do try introducing these methods in your daily cooking. So I do hope that you learned something from this video, and if you think that this content adds value, then do not forget to like, subscribe, comment and press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you.